Hi, this is Jack Stanley. I always like to spend time doing research and studying and learning new things, and I surround myself with all kinds of stuff. So I thought I'd take you for a little walk and show you a few things around here, things that I surround myself with. I love ships. I love the history of the ocean liner, and I have a lot of various portraits of ocean liners. And this one right here is the Queen Elizabeth and the Queen Mary, an advertisement for Cunard. Of course, some family documents. This is a portrait of the New Amsterdam, which of course was a very popular ocean liner in the late 1930s right up through the early 1970s. Walking through here, bathroom in there. This is kind of cool. These are pieces of the Hindenburg and pieces of the Graf Zeppelin, two famous airships. This is one of my pride and joys here, this lovely portrait of the Imperator. Now, of course, the Imperator made her maiden voyage in 1913. Her stacks were too high, so they cut them down because she was a little top heavy and she had a lot of marble fittings. They had to add cement to her keel. And they took these photographs in the beginning of 1914 when the Vaterland came out. Well, both of the ships, the Imperator and the Vaterland, would never sail again under the German flag, would become the Berengaria, and the other would be the Leviathan. Now down here we have the Normandy, very famous ship there. There's the name right there, the Normandy, and of course here we have the Imperator and the Vaterland, largest ships in the world. Over in here is the Europa. And the Europa was a very, very famous German ship as well. And you'll see the tag here at the bottom. An interesting thing, the Bremen and the Europa had something very interesting. They had a slingshot on the top of the ship that would shoot a plane off with the mail. And that would arrive a day before the ship came. So it's a clever thing. Unfortunately, the airplane often ended up in the water with wet mail at that point. There's lots of things I'd like to share with you here, but that'll be another talk another time. All kinds of stuff from the time of the Civil War up to the more present day. This is the room I love, my library. I like clocks. This is a porcelain clock. It's kind of beautiful. I just did a thing on this. This is that award. I don't know exactly what it is yet. Once I figure it out, I'll let you know. Over here, lots of books, oil lamp, autograph, presidential pictures, etc. Oh, let's see. Lots and lots and lots of books. Of course, there's a Edison phonograph, which I really love. Had this machine for a quarter of a century. Really like it. Here's some very early books here, going back many, many years ago. Of course, this is an advertising print for the Vaterland, and above it the Aquitania. Here's the Lincoln Funeral March. My one attempt at painting, I tried doing this painting of the Mauretania. So. I can't throw it out. This is a print of the Mauretania, looking at it in 1927, very late. Over here, we have the Britannic of the White Star Line. Very, very early printing of that. Oh, lots of things here. Edison home phonograph, lots of books. God, there's books everywhere here. This is a model of the RMS Olympic. Here's something rather interesting. This is a car I used to play with when I was a little boy. This is something else I had when I was a little boy, this little toy. I got it at Patricia Murphy's restaurant many years ago. And you know something? Years ago, when something was junk, it was made in Japan. Gives you an idea how old it is and old I am. More books, of course. Lots of books. This is kind of cool. I got this in Miramar, which is old Burma. Well, it's English. It's from the 1920s. It's kind of based on Tutankhamun and his mask, and it's an ashtray. Fun thing here I always like, this clock. It's from the 1850s. It's from France. It's a beautiful thing, and I like this whole setup here. Kind of my relaxing area. More books over here. Over here as I work my way toward this side. This is my desk. Lots of books and the like, and artifacts and fossils and this, that, and everything else. And this is where I write and research and study and read, etc. Comes in handy. This is my place where I kind of hide from the world. I'll sit down, have a glass of wine, read a book, or sit down and chat with friends. And you know, it's fun. I like to sit here and perhaps have someone sit and join me and chit-chat as they sit in the Lincoln rocker across the way and talk about history and the like. So, I just wanted to show you a little bit of my library, where I think, where I try to research and do various things. And maybe someday we can sit and chat in this room. Who knows? Have a pleasant